Hello, so happy you could join me today. It's a beautiful day here. I hope it's a beautiful day wherever you're at. What I got going on here today is something a little different. It's a pre-stretched canvas, 16 by 20. What I thought I would do is do some dolphins in a black scene silhouette of the ocean. Maybe the sun going down, with maybe a lot of oranges and yellows. Same thing with the water. So it's something just a little different. I got some seagulls over here. Maybe have some shooting stars in the sky. Maybe have some stars up here. So what I did was I drew out and painted with black gesso 2 dolphins. Got a couple seagulls here, and I did palm trees and the sandy area, all in the black gesso. So what I do is I cover the bottom portion here with a 2-inch brush with some liquid white over the whole bottom, being careful that you don't get any on the black area with the black that I already did with the black gesso. What we're going to do now is start some ocean. I have a piece of tape here I went across to get the straight level line. So what I thought we'd do now is come over with this fan brush and maybe load up some purple colors, maybe some gray and purple, maybe a tad of purple. Get a darker color out there, what you might see in the ocean, just like that. I'm going to come in and get the line going here. Just get that distant where you think it might look at night or just when the sun's going down. We'll go right over by the dolphin here. Right behind his tail. Maybe something like this. Probably have that be a little darker over there in the corners here. All the way down. Same thing over here. We'll come back and we'll make it a little darker and get some lines going in there of the ocean. Maybe a little darker yet. Sometimes it's better to put it on a little darker. If you have that white gesso on there, or liquid white, and that's making it be a little bit lighter. Just like that. We'll take the tape off. And we should have our horizon. Now we'll take that 2-inch brush with some liquid white. We'll come in and do the sky part, because we're going to do that with the orange colors. With this wet on wet technique that I do, the liquid white helps blend the colors a lot better. Because if you don't use that, sometimes it gets almost like a chalky feel. chalky feel to the canvas with your paints. I'm just coming down as close to the horizon as I can and around the tree. So I don't really want to cover up the tree so much because we got that image going. Maybe I'll take this fan brush. I'm going to clean this fan brush off we used for the ocean part. I'm going to come in and get some of that liquid white, kind of scrape it in around. In areas that I want to get a little closer to, but yet I still don't want to get a lot of that in that black areas. Makes it a little bit more difficult doing it this way, but this is one way I thought I could really get that right effect without taking away so much from the silhouette, the darkness. You want it to be black. That's kind of how it would look. And the sun's going down by the ocean. Just here and there and there and here. Kind of scraping it in. Okay, now I'm going to get some yellow. I think I'm going to get some white first. Get this white going a little bit more because where I want to put the sun. I want to leave that. Now I'm going to use my finger to get some yellow. So what I want to do is I'm going to make an outline around where the sun would be. Let's say the sun will be right about here. So what I want to try to do something like that going on. And get some stuff happening down here. Maybe where the where that's coming in. Okay, now we're going to come into some white here. Kind of feather this out here and here. I want to kind of get it blended in. Feather it out. that going right by the dolphin. Right around by the seagulls. I think we can do the same thing in here. Get that maybe a little bit brighter and feather it out. Okay, now we can go into some oranges, just like that. And then maybe we can put some oranges out here, around by the dolphin. See the silhouette. Maybe get some of this going in the ocean too. The ocean's going to be of that purple or the orange colors. And we're just kind of fading this out. Because as we go, we're going to be making it darker. But for right now, it's going to take some blending and other stuff to get it the way you want it. Or just like goes into each other. Can't tell where one color ends and the other one picks up. Then, to get a little bit darker color, we come out here. Darker. Kind of across the whole sky. We're just going to blend all this in a minute. Maybe we'll use a blender brush. Like I said, we're going to have a darker, deeper sky. Maybe have some clouds or some stars. So that's what I'm looking at. That's what I'm trying to create with the different layers. Something like that. Clean that off. I use odorless paint thinner. Take the blender brush, start pulling this stuff back, kind of blending it all in. Kind of get it all gonna blend in with the sky, with the colors you already have. Maybe this can go right up here. put this around by the Dolphins. It's going to be a silhouette, but they might even shine a little bit because of the way I did it. Get that going. We'll work on the water in a minute. Get some more of the darker oranges. For the sky, maybe here and there. Kind of blend it in. Go back to the blender brush. Maybe just like that. I'm going to try to get this a little bit closer. Closer to the dolphin. Use this filbert brush, kind of scrape it in. With that brush here, the filbert brush, you can scrape it in and you can really tell where you're going with it. You have more control. Get some more of the darker color. Still want it to be darker back here. Maybe in the water here too. Darker, darker. I'm pulling away like it would be the sun rays. It gives you that effect, I think, that we're looking for. Down. Maybe. We'll start with some sky color. Put some sky color in. Because it's getting dark. Do some purples up here. Maybe down here. We'll put some water. Just making this darker up here for the sky. We'll come in and blend that in there. Using the blender brush, knocking off some of the excess. We'll come in here and get some of this going on. Blend it down like the way it might look. Way the sky might look when it's starting to turn colors. When it's becoming night. Just putting it here and there, wherever I think. Just kind of scrubbing it in. Just kind of want it dark. Just use the circular motions. Maybe get some cloud looks out up there too, where it's coming across. Just like that. Got all kinds of things happening up there. Okay. Now what I can do is grab some, I think some yellow and some white. I want to get that look. Put a little roll of paint right across your palette knife. Maybe come in here. Just tapping it. Might be rough out there, so this is what's going to give you that effect. Makes it look like it's choppy. All I'm doing is tapping. Trying to go straight across. Where you got that look. Going all the way up. Wherever you think. wherever you think that's going to look good. Maybe it comes right down here. Almost like that. Almost like that. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do get the fan brush, get into some darker colors again. More for the ocean, maybe. Yellows and cadmium yellow, bright red. And maybe go across and get some lines going for the ocean. You can get all kinds of things happening. Some more. Maybe more over here. I fill all this in. Just kind of back and forth, leave some openings. Makes it look like there's waves coming in. All the way down. All the way down to the beach. Some watering happening. Maybe here we're going to have a couple spots where the shadow of the dolphins, maybe, coming out of the water. Something like that. Gotta cover that in there. Getting more color, darker. It's always darker further out. Further out. I'm going to come in and make some waves. Just kind of scrubbing it in as I go, trying to get that look that we're looking for. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the palette knife, get into some grays, start tapping in some water lines over here. Off in the distance. I'm just going across, I'm just tapping it, just pulling it. Pulling and creating. Creating the illusion. Maybe water lines and stuff happening. Now I'm going to go in to some darker color, reds, yellows. Do the same thing, but using the red colors. And come in and tap it. You get that reflection from the sun. Start making some waves coming in too. Gotta kind of step back and take that blender brush and blend some of these in. Where they're not quite as sharp. Diffuse them. Kind of blending them back. Taking away the edge off of these too, just barely. like that. Trying to have that illusion. Taking those edges off. And that darkness. Get the waviness. Come into some more color. More reds. Like right where the waves might be coming in. Knock off the excess. Go into the blender brush. Blend some of this back. Using straight lines, going across. And we'll come in here with some white. We'll get this sun happening in here. Some white color. I'm just tapping this if you can hear it. Trying to get some white to really make it pop. Give you that look. Take this blender brush, cleaning it off some. I'm just going to take the corner here and blend this in. Circular motions. Circular motions. Just barely touching it. Just like that, I believe. Cleaning the fan brush off again. I'm going to get into some more yellow. More of a yellow. Yellow and white. Yellow and white. I don't know. You look at it and you kind of change your mind as things go along. What you think would get the right look. I'm going to grab some white, I think, and tap it down here. I think that being a little bit more whiter, might be more what I'm looking for. Highlighting that up. Then we'll come in here, this brush here, we'll clean up this tree here where we got a little bit of the sunlight on it. Or the moonlight. What I'm doing is just taking a little bit of paint thinner, wiping the brush off, and coming in and trying to diffuse that. Where that pops a little bit more. Okay, now we'll go back into the sky, I believe. Cleaning the brush off again. Go back into the sky color, black, purple, darker, darker over here. All down. Blender brush again. Blend it all in. Here and there, you know, you want to get the sky looking. It's not one set color or way, or if you look at it, it's dark and light and got all kinds of things. Got some clouds coming across maybe. Who knows? Maybe there's a storm brewing. Well, like I said, maybe we'll put some stars up there. We'll get some stars going. Maybe just like that. What I'm doing is taking the end of my paintbrush in that corner, just dabbing it and coming up and tapping. Here and there, and there and here. And I think it's starting to take effect. I think this is what I was after. Pretty much. Now, maybe this one right here. Maybe that one will be the shooting star. Pull back on that. There's a shooting star. Take some of this white off here where I got some on the Dolphin. Want to use a clean brush. Keep wiping it off. What we got to do now is get some water coming up. I think what I'm going to do is get the script liner brush, get some of that red color, maybe some liquid clear. And tap maybe right where they jump from. Let me go on to this other brush here. A 2-inch brush. Just tapping up. Right where I think they might have jumped out of the water. I'm going to get some more yellow. More yellow and more red. Get that orange color. Now I'm going to get some color on the palette knife. right where it came out of the water. Right there. Then we'll come in and we'll do some dolphin shadows. Get the blender brush. And just go across. I'm just going to kind of shape it more like the dolphin and blend it. Then go across. Just like that. Got a shooting star. What I'm doing over here is I'm grabbing some paint because I'm going to touch up that dolphin. Come down here and grab a brush that I use for the watercolors. Grab some paint. Black gesso. Touch it up. Like that, I believe. You can come in and do this palm tree again. Sharpen it up a little. Give it the little bumps and the way it would look. I'm going to touch up some of this down here. Maybe where I got some white gesso on there, here and there. And do it however you like. Well, we could call this a completed painting. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a little different. You can use black gesso and just use your imagination and draw some stuff on there, and just be careful when you put the liquid white on that you don't get it, or you have to touch it up like what I just did. But I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you come back and see me. Bye.